Welcome back. Let's shift focus to the commodity space. Manisha is here with the one commodity that she's tracking. Manisha, good morning.
Thank you for that, Prashant. I'm looking at the crude oil prices because there's no letting down in gold and silver, but the crude oil prices also have been very, very volatile. We're looking at prices extending gains after that 2% gain overnight to nearly a percentage point higher in the Asian markets right now. This comes in as a knee-jerk reaction after that Israel attack on Hamas leadership in Qatar, while one-off is what they're saying, but we have seen concerns coming back in that part of the world as well. Apart from that, it really has been about the US president asking Europe now to impose tariffs on the buyers of Russian oil. The president has urged the European Union to put nearly 100% of tariffs on the major oil buyers of Russian crude like India and China. And that really seems to be bringing all of those concerns on fore here. And then apart from that, OPEC Plus have increased production yet again for the month of October. But this time it has been a modest 137,000 barrels per day, unlike 400,000 and 500,000 that they have been doing since the month of April. So lower output from OPEC Plus also has been in some sense supporting the crude oil prices there. We also do understand that nearly 17% of Russia's refining capacity is shut as of now. And this is because of the Ukrainian drone attacks that we saw all over in the month of August. They haven't restarted yet, and that could be a bit of a concern too. And then it has been about the macros as well. The weak USA data that we have seen, the weakness in US dollar index ahead of that most important US Fed meeting in the next week is something that everybody is keeping a focus on. What also is keeping the crude oil prices in check, the reason that you haven't seen $70 a barrel go on the higher side is the EIA report, which says that the global inventories have continued to rise in last 3 quarters in the global markets there. EIA also says that the OPEC Plus hike in output also is keeping excess supply available in the international markets there. If you look at the crude oil inventories, this is going to be the third straight week that we are looking at a rise in U.S. crude inventories. Having said that, remember, the U.S. summer driving season also has come to an end. So you could be looking at maintenances going through forward there. Saudi Arabia, most importantly, has lowered its official price for crude for Asia for the October delivery. So that tells you that there are higher supplies, demand can be a concern. And Saudi Arabia bringing down crude prices is what is keeping the prices in check there. If you look at the crude prices, then we are down by 2% in the last 1 month, and it's down 12% for this current year. And the markets do believe that there's no gaining here unless you see supply disruptions. Most banks and brokerages have lower crude oil price forecast by the end of this year.
All right. Manisha, thank you very much for that.